Hi dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings, welcome to the cricket show as usual. Well, today, when I last left you, I was talking about, as you know, Australia were chasing 299 to actually win the test match, and they were in a very, very sound position, as you know. When I last left you, they were 167 for 2, but after that, it was a total collapse, and everything started with, just to tell you, you all know the outcome, so I'm not going to discuss, I'm just going to generally talk about it. We all know what happened. In fact, England won the Ashes yesterday. They've already won the Ashes, and what a victory it was. If you see the margin, it was 74 runs. It was thanks in the main to Stuart Broad's bowling. Stuart Broad returning figures, being the player of the match by returning figures of 11 wickets, and what a superb spell from Stuart Broad, which really brought the Australians down to their knees from a position of absolute strength with a score on 168 for 2, with Warner going absolutely strong on 71 and Michael Clarke also looking good. And I will talk about that, but let me tell you, Stuart Broad 18.3 overs, 3 maidens, 50 runs on 6 wickets, giving England the match and turning the match absolutely on its head. Because the way things were going, the way David Warner was stroking the ball, Michael Clarke was looking good, as I said, and then it all happened with Alistair Cook, the English captain, ringing in the changes, first bringing in Tim Bresnan, and Tim Bresnan got the most important wicket, and he was standing like a real thorn for England, and David Warner's wicket was the real impetus or the real tonic that the England needed to really skite through this Australian innings, with David Warner first being dismissed, caught by Matt Pryor of the bowling of Bresnan for 71 with 10 fours and 1 6, which made the score 168 for 3. And after that, Stephen Smith joined Michael Clarke, and Michael Clarke was playing very well, as I said, but Stuart Broad produced a peach of a delivery. The other day we saw Ryan Harris do it to Joe Root. Today we saw one of the deliveries being bowled by Stuart Broad, and that was Stuart Broad. That was the real, that was the real start to Stuart Broad's real bowling spell yesterday afternoon. As what he did is he got a ball to actually pitch in and actually become an off-cutter. It actually suddenly changed direction and it started swerving away, and Michael Clarke was absolutely nonplussed there as he lost his stumps to Broad for 21 with 3 fours, which made the score 174 for 4. And then Stephen Smith trying to hook Broad actually missed the delivery, and he was castled by Broad for 2, so that made it 175 for 5. Watson once again having the same fallibility that he does while actually shuffling on to the offside, and he was trapped absolutely in front by Bresnan for 2. And then Brad Haddin was guilty of actually missing a straight delivery from Broad as he was gone LBW for 4, which made the score 181 for 7. This was the real story which happened again with Australia, Ryan Harris was the next to go, LBW bowled Broad for 11, and then Nathan Lyon was also clean bowled by Broad for 8, and Siddle was the last man out. Scott Anderson bowled Broad after resisting for some time with 23 with 2 fours. It was all over with Jackson Bird not out on 1, and Australia from a position where they were really dictating terms at 167 for 2 really lost the plot. And one can only be sorry for Australia, but let me tell you, there were certain strokes which were not really good strokes, like Brad Haddin and Shane Watson could have still they were the experienced hands there, and they could still have done something. But if you see the margin of 78 runs, one feels really sorry for Australia that they had to go down in such a manner. But full credit to Stuart Broad, Alistair Cook's captaincy, Bresnan getting the most important wicket of Warner, which tilted the scales in English favour and helped them win the Ashes. So England leading the 5-match series now 3-0. Stuart Broad was named player of the match. And as far as the bowling was concerned, Anderson 16 overs, 1 minute and none for 73. He was not looking absolutely good yesterday because David Warner went after him. Stuart Broad absolutely splendid figures, 18.3 overs, 3 maidens, 50 runs and 6 wickets, and 2 wickets apiece to Tim Bresnan. It was a master stroke by Alistair Cook to bring in Bresnan into the attack and get rid of David Warner. He had 2 for 36, Graham Swan had 2 for 53, and that was it. England actually winning the Ashes by winning this particular test match by 78 runs and thus winning the Ashes. Well, that is as far as this match. So as I said, for England, it is, I mean, they will definitely be rejoicing. They'll be enjoying it. The 5th Investec Test match of the Ashes will be starting at the Oval Cricket Ground on 21st of August. So this is the so I just wanted to briefly cover about it. But as I said, Australia put up a very, I mean, one can only feel like what exactly went wrong with Australia to suffer such a fate. And they can't be sorry for themselves. The Australian players can't be sorry for themselves, I would say. They really can't be. I mean, they should be more than sorry for themselves in this particular case. I suppose. Well, dear fans and subscribers, from here let's leave and see what else is happening in the cricket world today. Well, as you know, Pakistan are going to be touring Zimbabwe, and the news that I have is that Imran Farhat has opted out of this Zimbabwe Test matches, and in comes Shan Masood. Now, Shan Masood is born in Kuwait, and he's playing for Pakistan, but he has scored a lot of runs in the domestic tourneys there, and that's the precise reason he has merited a place. So Shan Masood is the replacement for Imran Farhat. The other news that we have here is, let me see what other news that I can cover. Well, dear fans, I don't think I will be able to do much today. Much justice. Probably I will have to end my cricket show for today. Well, the other news that I have is that in the Bangladesh Premier League, there were 9 people who have been charged for corruption. So that is some news that is coming in. And yesterday I spoke about Shikhar Dhawan's innings. What a knock it was! It was a stupendous knock. The more you talk about it, one feels so better. What a wonderful knock from Shikhar Dhawan, absolutely shattering the records there. And one would have probably thought he could have eclipsed Brown's record of 268 and probably gone on to make a triple century, but that was not to be. But looking at what has been done, I wouldn't be surprised if one day Shikhar Dhawan definitely breaches the 300 mark in one day international. One was probably thinking that Virendra Sehwag of India would be doing it, but as you know, Virendra Sehwag of India is now is absolutely out of favor with the Indian selectors. So now Shikhar Dhawan has taken his place, and Shikhar Dhawan looks to be an ideal replacement for Virendra Sehwag. And Shikhar Dhawan, I won't be surprised that one day he breaches the 300 mark in one-day internationals. He's really a special type of player, according to me. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I don't have anything else to share. I'm also short of a bit short of time today, but you all understand, dear friends and subscribers. Your host Ram would like to end the show for today, but definitely you will be seeing my face tomorrow in the next Cricket Happening show. Until then, it's goodbye. Thank you.